we cannot like deny that it comes from the same rooting.
We can actually understand each other because it's very similar. If she used all of those words in Malaysia, we just like straight up, oh, she's Indonesian.
Yeah, same Malaysian.
Yeah. Hello.
I would say
Similar.
You say bahasa Melayu, is it?
We say bahasa Malaysia, bahasa Melayu.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be like 100% the same language because even by the name it's bahasa Melayu and bahasa Indonesia, so it's different. We cannot like deny that it comes from the same rooting.
Exactly.
A lot of similarity.
And we can actually understand each other because it's very similar.
It's very similar. It's to the point that if Indonesian people go to Malaysia, they just speak Malaysian and all the people will understand them. I watch like Malaysian cartoon, the famous Upin Ipin.
And I watch Indonesian drama, sinetron.
We don't need subtitle. Totally understand what they're talking to say. It's really interesting actually. We can tell whether you're Malaysian or you're Indonesian by the accent, by the way you speak, by the vocabulary you're using.
For example, if it's like a sentence very localized, I would get a little bit difficulty because you guys love to shorten the words.
Yeah, we use a lot of abbreviations.
Using context clue that we can understand, but like literal definition, I would say a little bit difficulty there.
Car in Indonesia is mobil.
We say kereta.
I heard about this.
Yeah.
Kereta, right?
Kereta.
So kereta in Indonesia means train.
Train.
So for example, I will go to Jakarta by kereta. Then people will assume, okay, you're taking train.
Really?
Not taking car. There's a really different meaning actually.
Mobil is like literally Indonesian. We don't use mobil in Malaysia. But like for train, it's called kereta api, fire car.
But we also use kereta api. Kereta api means like, yeah, the real like train. If we say kereta, people might think that train. Yeah, people wouldn't think that it is. Actually, subway, fun fact, Indonesian subway or MRT just opened in I think 2018. So we don't have specific name. We just say like MRT. It's just only in Jakarta. We just say MRT and LRT is the type of like the train. But maybe for like other city, just like normal train, we just say kereta, like kereta api.
I think the same as Malaysia. But like subway, MRT, LRT. What else? There's this T. Yeah.
In Indonesia, we say koran.
Koran? In Malaysia, we say surat kabar.
Surat kabar?
Literal translation is surat is letter, kabar is news. So it's like a newsletter. Oh, newsletters.
We actually also sometimes use that. We have surat kabar also in Indonesia, but it's more like too formal or like too poetic. For example, in daily life, people will say like beli koran. I want to buy like buying newspaper. Surat kabar sounds like really poetic.
We never use Quran like that's literally
like
in Indonesian. The first thing is Quran.
Like Al-Quran.
Al-Quran, Muslim holy book. Like Quran. But it's not that.
Yeah, I think because like in Indonesia, colonized by Dutch for like 350 years, history is like embedded into the culture and also the language. So I'm pretty sure that we borrowed a lot of like Dutch language, which is one of it is Quran, because maybe surat kabar is the real like Indonesian words. We just don't use it a lot. People are just used to using Quran as the verbs as for newspaper. We say TV, like the real words like televisi. Daily life, we just say TV.
I think in Malaysia, we also call it TV, television.
Like English.
I think this is just me, but television, like Y. So S-Y-E-N.
In Indonesia, we say bis or bus. It's something that I always get wrong. And not just me, probably a lot of other Indonesian, because sometimes it is bis, sometimes it is bus, but I'm pretty sure every Indonesian knows that bus or bis is just the same meaning.
S is bus as well, but it's B-A-S, bus.
B-A-S, bus is B-U-S or B-I-S.
Oh, bus.
Yeah, bus. So we don't say bus, we say bus. Oh, airport, we say bandara.
For Malaysian, we call it lapangan terbang, which literal means is lapangan is a field, terbang is fly. A field to fly.
It does make sense though. I mean, as Indonesian, like lapangan terbang, people will understand. But in Indonesia, we just use like bandara.
If you say bandara to me in a sentence, I would assume it as city, because city is bandar.
We have Bandar Lampung.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a city name in Indonesia.
Oh.
Oranye. I think in Indonesia we say oranye.
Oranye.
Oranye. O-R-A-N-Y-E. Oranye.
In Malaysia, we call it oren.
It's a for color or like...
Everything, anything. So like orange, the fruit buah oren or the color oren.
Oh, because it's different. Oranye is like for color. For fruits, we call jeruk.
Jeruk.
Yeah, jeruk.
That's lime.
Oh, is it? Lemon in Indonesia is lemon. Yeah.
Lemon.
Lemon or depends. Like we have the small lemon, like the green lemon. Is it kind of calamansi? We call it like nipis, like jeruk
Nipis.
Jeruk nipis.
Call it limau.
Oh, limau. We also have jeruk limau. It's different. Jeruk nipis and jeruk limau is different. Jeruk is just orange in general. Citrus, I think. Citrus or orange is like jeruk.
So oranye is the color then?
Yeah.
Ah, I thought it's the fruit.
No, it's a color.
I see.
Pharmacy in Indonesia we say apotek.
Is it like Indonesian or is it like different?
I think apotek is a borrowed language, I'm pretty sure. Portuguese or Dutch, I feel like. I don't think it's Indonesian like original words. It's like apotek, but we can also say like pharmacy. I think more commonly if you go to like the Indonesian streets, you'll see the writings rather than pharmacy is more apotek. Apotek blah blah blah, apotek blah 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 is more apotek.
In Malaysia, we call it pharmacy, so it's a borrowed language from English. So pharmacy, but it's F.
Oh yeah, we also use F.
Right?
For the pharmacy. We say rumah sakit.
Oh, that one I know. Rumah sakit.
Rumah sakit.
In Malay, we call it hospital.
Rumah means house. Sakit means like sick. So a sick house. A house for a sick people. I mean, it does make sense.
Yeah, we don't use just hospital. It's a borrowed language.
We use rumah sakit a lot, and hospital for us is an English word. We just use rumah sakit in general, and sometimes we just like abbreviate it to become RS. Like if you see in the like, writing, so for example, like blah 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 hospital means like RS blah blah blah. It means rumah sakit.
That's new.
Vacation, we say liburan or berlibur.
Is that holiday or vacation?
Vacation, what's the difference? What's the difference?
You go in travel, vacation?
Jalan-jalan.
Jalan-jalan for Malay. In Malaysia, we call it cuti or jalan-jalan. Pergi cuti, we go to vacation, like that.
I think in Indonesia we say libur. Like pergi berlibur means like go on vacation. It can mean like holiday and vacation at the same time. Libur. We use jalan-jalan as well, but jalan-jalan is, I don't know, it feels like short vacation or maybe just like healing. Like for example, you go like to a mall. To a mall, I say jalan-jalan.
That's actually true.
But we also use cuti, but on different contexts. Like cuti for us is like when you are in the company and then you ask for a leave.
Oh, we use in that context as well.
Any leave, like sick leave can be like cuti as well. Like cuti sakit, cuti berlibur, you know. But I think it's mostly just used inside the company for like taking leave. When you just want to go on holiday, you don't use cuti.
For Malay, it's all cuti. If she used all of those words just now in a sentence, I would understand because like, again, context clue. For example, the vacation, liburan. We don't use liburan in Bahasa Malaysia, but like in the Malay language itself, libur is like celebrating. I can make context clues and I can understand her.
In Indonesian perspective, it's more like I understand almost every of the Malay like language, but when I heard it, like some verbs sounds, for Indonesian it sounds awkward, meaning that sometimes it feels too formal. Like we know those words but we don't use in daily life, kind of like textbook wise or like journal wise, like words that it's not like daily life context.
Yeah, exactly. So, it's exactly the same. Yeah, so like if she used all of those words in Malaysia, we just like straight up, oh, she's Indonesian.
Yeah, same. Malaysian.
Yeah.
Bisa. Bisa in Indonesian, two meanings, like kind of poison or venom for like snake or like other animal, and can also be like can, like possible or can.
It's the same, but we never use bisa. We rarely use bisa in the context of allowing.
Oh, allowing or can.
No, we don't use that. If we say bisa in Malay, that's literally just like venom. That's venom.
For Indonesian, well, for like allowing, I think we use boleh.
Yes, boleh.
Boleh, but bisa is more like, I don't know how to describe this in English because it's different, because I feel like, no offense, but English is really hard to like express expression wise.
You can do it.
Yeah, it's different. Like boleh is like allowing, do this, boleh do that. Bisa, it means like you can do something.
Ah, okay, now I understand.
Budak.
Budak is literally Malay word.
I know that it means like child, right?
Children, child.
But it actually means like different in Indonesian, because we say anak-anak for like children, but budak means like a little bit negative in Indonesia.
Really?
It's like slave.
Oh?
Yeah, it actually means like slave. So like if you say like you are budak, it means like what? Slave, like, you know, like you're telling someone that they're a slave.
Say budak and budak.
Pusing. Aduh, pusing.
Yours is different because like in Malay, pusing is just like turn around.
Oh, is it? Wait, pusing in Indonesia is like headache.
Yeah.
Pusing, pusing. Yeah, but headache.
But like if you use pusing in a sentence, I understand.
You understand?
It. Yeah, you're having a headache.
What is headache in Malaysia?
Sakit kepala, pening.
Sakit kepala. I feel like sakit kepala and pusing is different. Like sakit kepala is when your head is like hurting, but pusing is like when your head is like spinning. But we still use in the terms of, I'm sorry, too many expressions in Indonesian. But we use pusing a lot though. You're having a headache because of homework, because of work.
So you usually use pusing in that context then?
Yeah.
Like
when you're sick, you say pusing. Like you go to the doctor, what happened? Oh, I have a really bad headache, you say.
us is just like turn around or turn.
It's like going around.
Turn around.
Like action of going around?
Yeah. Pusing. Pusing. Percuma. Do you have it in Indonesia?
I don't know how to explain in English. Percuma is like percuma lah, you know?
Because for us it's free.
Free? Freedom or like free, like gratis?
Gratis.
Gratis?
Like Malay, we call it free.
Because for free, we say gratis. Percuma for us, it's like, I don't know how to explain in English. Like for example, in sentence, you can use like this. Like, percuma belajar tapi nggak dapat nilai bagus.
What's the point?
It's like, yeah, what's the point? Like, percuma is like, kind of, what a waste, you know? Doesn't have the point. Kind of like wasteful in a sense. Like that's, you know, we usually just use it in a sentence. Pengacara.
Pengacara. with the Indonesian accent.
What does it mean in Malaysia?
MC, like the master of...
MC?
Yeah, the host. Pengacara is the host. MC, host.
Oh, for MC, we just say use MC for Indonesian. Pengacara means like, it's not lawyer. The people who stand for the guilt person.
Defender.
Defender, right? It's a job name, occupation name in terms of law section. But you know, like these days, they use pengacara as an abbreviation. Like just for funny abbreviation. It means like pengangguran banyak acara.
Pengangguran banyak acara.
Means like you're unemployed but you have a lot of things to do.
Oh.
But it's not official.
There's the judge is the hakim. I got it. Peguam bela. Defender is peguam bela.
Peguam bela.
Bela is like defending.
That's a total new language for me.
Really?
Yeah, we don't use that. We just use pengacara. Yeah, it's like an occupation name. If you say pengacara, gampang.
This is Indonesian.
Gampang means easy.
Easy. We don't have gampang in...
You guys don't use?
We don't use. The reason I understand it because like I watch a lot of Indonesian drama.
Sinetron?
Yeah.
Wow.
But like we don't have gampang in Malay.
How do you say easy then?
Mudah, senang.
Mudah.
Usually it's senang.
Senang means like happy.
Really?
Yeah.
Senang, gembira.
We use gembira. So that is the thing about Indonesia and Malaysia. For Indonesia, we have gembira, we have senang. But in daily life, we use senang more. Because gembira sounds too formal. It's like some language that we only use in like textbook or written. Like verbal kind of situation, we just use senang.
Rasa gembira. I'm happy.
Context-wise, yeah.
So you're gonna have like a conversation then, but like in Indonesia and Malaysia.
Okay.
Bagi tahu apa pasal tentang negara awak.
Negara saya, Indonesia, banyak pulau, banyak orangnya juga banyak. Macam ada berbagai macam suku, ras, agama. Kita Indonesia tuh sangat berbeda-beda gitu. Kalau di Malaysia bagaimana?
Kalau Malaysia pula, kita orang ada banyak kaum. Jadi kaum paling besar percentage-nya ialah Melayu, China and India. I speak
I know the English is coming out, right?
Macam ni lah, kalau orang Malaysia cakap, kita orang tak cakap terus Melayu. Kita orang akan mix rojak.
Rojak, I know rojak.
So like sebab Malaysia dikenali sebagai negara yang multicultural. Jadi kalau kita cakap dalam daily conversation pun mesti ada Melayu, mesti ada English, mesti ada Chinese, ada juga Tamil. Memang rojak betul. So beza sikit lah macam bahasa Indonesia. So bahasa Indonesia 100% bahasa Indonesia.
Bahasa Indonesia bener-bener apa ya, kalau aku ngomong sama temen yang sama-sama orang Indonesia, aku udah hampir jarang ya ada selipan kata bahasa Inggris gitu.
Really?
Iya. Kecuali kalau misalnya, kalau kayak gini nih ngomong sama orang Malaysia tuh kayak aku jadi ke-influence buat ngomong bahasa Inggris gitu kan. Padahal kalau aku ngomong sama orang Indonesia bakal 100% Indonesia gitu. Karena kita nggak banyak ada kata-kata yang kita pakai dari bahasa Inggris, semuanya bahasa Indonesia aja gitu. Jadi kalau kita campur-campur, nanti kesannya tuh kalau di Indonesia ya, kita bilangnya tuh kayak anak Jaksel. Jaksel itu Jakarta Selatan, itu kayak daerah di Jakarta kan, yang banyak kayak anak-anak internasional gitu, anak-anak sekolah internasional yang kalau ngomong itu kayak IU campur Indonesia gitu loh. Cuman ya maksudnya sebagai generally gitu ya, banyak kan pakai bahasa Indonesia full aja sih.
Itulah yang paling saya respect pasal Indonesia sebab memang diorang guna semua memang 100% bahasa Indonesia. Tapi kalau Malaysia memang kita orang banyak mix. Even bukan bahasa Inggeris pun, kita orang akan mix Mandarin, kita orang akan mix Tamil. So macam kalau kita pergi restoran, kita akan macam nak tapau.
Tapau.
Itulah kot rasanya yang beza pasal betul-betul
ya.
language bahasa Malaysia dan Indonesia.
Maybe out of 100, I will say like 92, 93% because I can realize that there's few words that we don't usually use. Hearing about the context and other like hearing in a full sentence, I can totally understand like what she want to say and what's all the context wise.
I understand 95 because I consume a lot of Indonesian contents, actual Malaysian people in general. They would say 90, 92 as well. It's not that different and we use a lot of context clues and all that stuff. And I also mentioned in the dialogue we had just now, the main difference between Bahasa Indonesia and Bahasa Malaysia is that when they speak Bahasa Indonesia, they use 100% Indonesian language. But like in Malaysia, since we have very multicultural culture, we in a sentence we can have like 4 different languages. So like Malay, English, Chinese, Mandarin, Tamil in one sentence, and that's how we communicate with each other. So there's no 100% Malay. I think that's what unique about each country.
I think it's like we don't use English as the filler words or like adding to when we say Indonesian. But since I mentioned in the other videos about that Indonesia have a lot of like traditional language, so it is becoming the filler words, you know, for us. Like for example, because I'm from West Java, I know sort of Sundanese and I grew up with it. When I first time coming here and then meeting like, people from different region, for example, I met people from Medan. It's kind of sometimes I still slipped like away like few Sundanese words, and then they will be just like in silent. I was like, why? Like why don't you give any reactions? And then I just realized, okay, they don't understand. Sometimes like there's few filler words from specific region. Other people from other region might not be understand like what it's trying to say.
Exactly. In Indonesia, they have like very general Bahasa Indonesia, and in Malaysia we have the city language, which is like the KL, Kuala Lumpur language, KL language. There's accent, there's dialect different. Yeah. It was really fun. I understand her and I'm having fun listening to Indonesian. I can answer it in Malay and she can understand it.
Yeah, at first I thought it's gonna be awkward for like her talking in Malaysian and me replaying in Indonesian because I think we only talk in English like in any kind of situation and context, and that's how I always communicate with my Malaysian friend as well, just talk in English. But I think now I can start trying to like, you know, you just talk in Malay, I talk in Bahasa Indonesia, then we understand each other.
Exactly.
Today we compare Malaysian and Indonesian language.
If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to comment down below.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.